Hello, I'm Georgia Lupton with University News. Thousands gathered today at dawn to commemorate Anzac Day at Nobby's Beach in Newcastle. Crowds in most major cities were lower than usual amid fears of terrorism, but it was clear nothing could dampen one of our country's most important days of the year.
The people of Newcastle gathered at dawn to pay tribute, but most of all to remember. Recent terrorist attacks in Turkey were expected to see the lowest attendance on record for Anzac commemorations in decades. Heidi Highland was in Gallipoli for the centenary last year.
If you're part of a group and they find it too dangerous, well, they won't let you go, but there's still that opportunity for you to go and experience it. And I thought it was worth it.
Many attribute the growing diversity of Anzac Day services to a rising significance for Novocastrians young and old.
Just today, looking at the people coming in the fort now, there are a lot of young people, and I think that's a great sign for the future.
Anzac Day 2016 will see the Newcastle Knights play the Manly Sea Eagles in round 8 of the NRL Premiership season. To commemorate the occasion, the Knights will wear a limited edition jersey to pay their respects to our servicemen. Some people question whether or not sport should be played on Anzac Day, or whether it is disrespectful to our Anzacs. Knights player Robbie Rocco thinks this is a great opportunity for both players and spectators.
I think it's a great thing for the players, and hopefully people can still get part of the service done in the morning and then be a part of it again in the afternoon and really celebrate the day that is Anzac Day.
Lest we forget, Claudia Demore, University News.
Commercial fishermen affected by the Williamtown contamination say the $2.2 million allocated by the federal government is not enough. Hunter fishermen have struggled to make a living since the government revealed a chemical leak from the RAAF base in September last year.
Commercial trawlers remain sitting in the dock since the Hunter River contamination became public knowledge. The federal government has offered a $25,000 business transition payment to support fishermen. This would help them move into alternative work if they can't resume fishing. President of the Wild Caught Fishers Coalition, Kevin Radnage, says the funds are not an appropriate response for older fishermen.
What will $25,000 do for you? A bit of retraining? A lot of these guys, are in their 60s. I'm 57, nearly 58. How can we get retrained to do something else?
Newcastle residents are also concerned by the environmental impact caused by the leak. $9 million have been allocated for a water treatment plant to prevent toxic chemicals moving from Lake Cochrane into surrounding waterways.
And that water that runs off has to be collected, and then it obviously goes into Lake Cochrane, is what their water body they call that. And it's unlined, which means that water is going to move straight through.
However, despite these measures, the future remains unclear for fishermen and residents. Caitlin Rosser, University News.
Thousands of people from the Hunter region have welcomed back the Tocal Field Days, 1 year after a devastating storm cancelled last year's event. The 3-day festival allows local producers and businesses to showcase and sell their wares.
The cancellation last year left many stallholders in a difficult position and facing financial loss.
It was a bit of an unknown at the time because it was in the rules and regulations that should the event be cancelled, there would be no refund.
But 2015 stallholders were given the option to roll over to this year or receive a full refund. Many came back, and with good reason. Businesses from the Hunter Valley and surrounds sell their products and services at the field days, some making large profits.
One of our exhibitors does 6 months worth of business at the field days. That's half of his annual turnover is at the field days. So you can see they're the people that were more upset than perhaps people that were the smaller stallholders.
The field days have everything from piglet racing, musical performances, student demonstrations, and local foodies showing off their creations. With a busy first day, expectations are high for the rest of the event. Georgia Lupton, University News.
To the weather, a maximum of 18 today in Newcastle, mostly sunny and a chance of a shower. There will be more news in 1 hour.